Wouldn't it be great to be able to travel and go on vacation and still stay in shape even when you're not on your normal routine? Today I want to share with you some of my favorite ways to stay in shape while traveling, and hopefully after this video you can take some of these tips and apply them on your next vacation. What is going on, guys? My name is Andrew Lindsay and I show travelers and lifestyle enthusiasts how to take their lifestyle to the next level. And if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I put out a video like this every single week, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss a video. So let's jump right into the very first tip, and the first one that I can give you is watch your diet. Now I know that this is probably the most obvious tip that I could give you and not the one that anyone wants to hear, but the reality of it is it is the most important tip that I can give you, because it doesn't matter what exercises I give you or what food suggestions I give you. The reality of it is you cannot outrun a bad diet. What you put in your body is literally 80 to 90% of the battle, and if you are putting a bunch of bad stuff in your body, there's really nothing I can do to help you. As for what you should eat, that's really just dependent on you. Every single person is different. Every single person has different fitness goals, fitness needs. Every single person has a different way that they like to eat and a way that works for them. So, there's really no specific diet that I can give you that you should follow, but a general rule of thumb is try to avoid as many unhealthy foods, processed foods, heavy and artificial sugar type foods, deep fried foods that you possibly can, because it doesn't really matter how you eat. All this stuff is pretty much bad for everybody, and you don't want to be consuming these things in large doses. You also want to avoid things like simple carbs, and simple carbs being things like potato chips, French fries, Doritos, pretty much any kind of carbs that have been completely deprived of all of their nutrients and fibrous content and are just a bunch of empty calories that are just really bad for you and rack up quickly. And the other thing I'll say is avoid overeating. It doesn't really matter if you're eating super healthy foods or not. If you eat 8,000 calories in a day, it's still 8,000 calories, and most likely you're not burning anywhere near 8,000 calories, and this will compromise your fitness goals. So a tip that I learned to avoid overeating and to kind of keep your calories under control without actually having to count them is the plate method that I got from one of my favorite fitness channels called Athlean-X. And basically, in short, the plate method is where you take a plate and you divide it up into 3 sections. You look at it kind of like a clock, and you have 12 o'clock up here, 9 o'clock here, and 4 o'clock here. And you divide this up with your starchy carbs, your fibrous carbs, and your protein. Your starchy carbs being like rice, potatoes, quinoa, healthy carbs. Your fibrous carbs being like vegetables, and your protein, whatever protein that you like to eat, fish, chicken, beef, if you're vegan, some other kind of protein. And as long as you don't, take your plate and then stack it super high, this is a way that you can kind of keep your calories under control without having to count every single calorie. It may not be, a perfect way of keeping a certain number on your calories, but it is at least a way that you can keep your calories under control. Tip number 2 is buy groceries instead of going out to eat. Buying groceries will not only help you save a lot of money while you're traveling, but it will also help you control what's going into your body a lot better. So for example, when you go out to eat, even if you order something super healthy, they may be loading this food down with oils and you don't even know it, and these oils will just rack up the calories. Even if it's healthy oils like olive oil, a few tablespoons of olive oil will just shoot the calories up way through the roof. And a lot of the time, these aren't even made with healthy oils. A lot of these foods are made with things like vegetable oil and canola oil, which is not good for you. So if you have the opportunity to grocery shop, grab some groceries, grab some healthy snacks, grab plenty of water, and opt to do this as opposed to going out to eat every time you get the chance. Tip number 3, if you're going to go out to eat, look up the restaurant and the menu in advance. If you're going to a town or a city for your trip, consider looking up maybe like the healthiest restaurants in that town, or at least looking up some of the most popular ones and checking out their menu and seeing what their healthy options are, because almost any restaurant, even if it doesn't have the healthiest food, will at least have something on the menu that is relatively healthy and something that you can eat to help maintain your fitness goals. Not only will this help you know where to get healthy food in the area, but it will also cut back on the time that you're having to spend while you're traveling looking up places that you should eat and trying to find what's going to work best for you. If you have all this planned ahead of time, you can spend more of your time on your trip actually exploring and traveling, as opposed to looking up restaurants and trying to find stuff that you are willing to eat. Tip number 4, drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. Now there are a plethora of reasons why you should stay hydrated, ranging from improved detoxification, improved kidney function, reduced joint pain, more energy, and so on. That said, the muscles are literally 70 to 80% water, and if you don't stay hydrated, this is definitely going to affect your muscle recovery and your muscle growth. Not to mention, if you didn't know, the same part of the brain that tells you that you are thirsty is also responsible for telling you that you are hungry. So you may actually think that you are hungry when in reality you are thirsty, and this can sometimes cause you to overeat if you don't realize that you're actually dehydrated and you need some water, and then you decide to go eat more food. Not to mention, drinking more water can put off your hunger, so that way you don't have to eat as much or as often. Now, how much water should you drink a day? Well, some people say about 8 glasses per day, but I honestly like to live by a rule where if my urine is clear, then I'm pretty much good to go. Tip number 5, grab some healthy snacks that you can carry with you. Having healthy snacks between your meals can help keep your eating under control, make sure you don't eat too much, but it can also provide you the extra calories and extra nutrients that you might need to maintain your fitness goals if you're not actually eating enough while you're traveling. Sometimes when we travel and we're constantly on the go, we don't actually get to eat as much as we should to maintain our fitness goals, and having some healthy snacks in between meals can actually help us hit those numbers and hit those goals. Now, some of my favorite healthy snacks would be things like raw nuts, dried fruits, regular fruits, chickpeas, veggies with hummus, trail mix without any like candy or extra oils that make it super unhealthy, certain kinds of jerky, and certain kinds of nutrition bars that have all natural ingredients in them. And remember, just because it's healthy does not mean that it's low in calories. Take, for example, a whole bag of cashews. A whole bag of cashews about that big with no added oils is literally about 1,000 plus calories. That is literally like 1.5 to 2 meals all in one little bag of cashews. And real quick, if you're enjoying this video, I wanted to mention that I created a free resource for you called 10 Dream Destinations to Travel to on a Budget. And the reason that I created this is because I wanted you to have access to 10 beautiful dream destinations that you could pay for on a budget, with all the resources that you need to plan your trip quickly, easily, and have all of this literally at your fingertips, so that way you can cut the time that you're spending on planning your trip and start making memories with your friends and your family ASAP. And I included the link to this in the description of this video, so if you want to go grab that, go click the link in the description and check it out. Now back onto our tips, let's move on to tip number 6, and that would be book a hotel with a gym or get a gym membership at a national or international gym chain. Now, booking a hotel with a decent gym can actually provide you what you need for a good workout. It may not provide you every single thing that you want or you need, but it usually provides you enough for you to get a good workout and stay in shape while you're traveling. Next is getting a membership with a gym that has a chain of gyms nationally or internationally, and some of the most popular ones that I found online were Planet Fitness, 24 Hour Fitness, Orange Theory Fitness, Equinox, and Anytime Fitness. Now, I recommend that you look into each one of these gyms and figure out which one is best for your budget, best for your travel needs, and best for your fitness needs. Now, my 7th tip is one of my favorites on this list, which is do calisthenics and bring a resistance band with you. Now, if you know me well at all, or you follow my social media at all, you probably know that I am super into fitness, specifically calisthenics. Now, I lift weights and I do body weight training, but calisthenics is my favorite. And the great thing about calisthenics is you can literally get a great workout everywhere. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're like, Andrew, listen, sit-ups and push-ups aren't enough for me. I'm not gonna get a great workout doing just basic sit-ups and push-ups. I need weights. Well, to that I say, I totally understand. I'm kind of in the same boat. Regular sit-ups and push-ups aren't enough for me. But have you ever tried things like slow explosive push-ups, where you explode off the ground and then you slowly come back down and explode, and then slowly come back to the ground and just keep doing that? Have you ever tried doing push-ups from your waistline? These are called 90-degree push-ups or planche push-ups. Have you ever tried doing handstand push-ups? Have you ever tried doing dragon flags? Have you ever tried doing, exercises where you sit here and you flex your muscles and hold them tight for as long as you can in a flex position. The reality is with calisthenics, the possibilities are endless, and if you choose to get creative, then you can get a great workout pretty much anywhere without weights. And to further add on to this, bring resistance bands with you on your trip. Now, resistance bands are super cheap and they're super easy to pack into your bag, and if you combine this with calisthenics, you can pretty much get an amazing workout virtually anywhere. And honestly, I love resistance bands so much that I actually sometimes opt to use resistance bands even when I have access to a full gym and weights. And lastly, I want to mention one of my favorite channels here on YouTube called ThinX. And ThinX is pretty much centered around calisthenics and mastering your body weight. And it was started by a guy named Chris Heria, and he's actually got two channels, the Chris Heria channel and the ThinX channel. And he's got two apps on the App Store that you can download called the Chris Heria app and the ThinX app. And each app costs about 12 bucks a month. And I personally use this to train in my day-to-day life, but this literally gives you, for a super small price every single month, access to an app that has a wide variety of different exercises, a lot of them being resistance band and body weight only training. He does include, some weighted training in there too, if that's what you want, but he does have a lot of calisthenics-based exercises available to you. And for literally 12 bucks a month, I mean, you really can't beat that, especially when you're traveling. Now, I didn't get paid to say that. I just wanted to mention something that I personally use myself that helps me a lot and will be a very affordable option for you to have access to a good workout program for about 12 bucks a month. Tip number 8, be disciplined on your drinking. I know this is probably like the least fun tip that I have on here, next to maybe watching your diet. But yes, be disciplined on your drinking. The reality of it is that alcohol is one of the most unhealthy things that you can put into your body, and drinking it in excess is doing absolutely no favors for you if you're trying to stay fit while traveling. That said, even though I personally don't normally drink in my day-to-day life, just kind of on occasion, usually when I'm on vacation, I tend to drink a little bit more. I do, keep it under control. I don't normally get drunk, but I do tend to drink a little bit more on vacation. So I understand where you're coming from if you love to drink on vacation. Now, if you're going to drink, the best thing that you can do is keep it under control. Opt to drink or sip on a glass of wine without any mixers. This is one of the healthier options that you can do if you are just adamant about drinking. Another healthier option is maybe 1 or 2 light beers. Not a bunch of beers, but a couple light beers here and there. And of course, avoid sugary drink alcohols. Now, guilty as charged here. I'm not much of a drinker, but I love the fruity drinks like Miami Vices, pina coladas, all that stuff. I get it 100%. But the reality of it is the alcohol and the sugar content is going to add up, and it's super not good for you. It's definitely high in calories and is not going to be doing you any favors as far as your fitness goals are concerned. And if you can avoid these drinks, you definitely should. But if you really are adamant about having one, consider it a cheat meal. Only have like maybe one every few days, or maybe even only 1 or 2 a week. Don't drink them constantly every day, because this is definitely going to throw you off as far as your fitness goals are concerned. And then of course, try to drink water between your drinks. Not only will this help you drink less, but it will make you get less intoxicated if you're drinking water in between your drinks. Tip number 9, book outdoor activities. Sign up for walking tours, go on hikes, find local parks and playgrounds that you can go to get a workout in. Go sightseeing, rent a bike and go tour the city, do water sports, go rock climbing. And before you go on your trip, look into what outdoor activities are available wherever that you're going, so that way you can plan them in advance and save time, as well as do some proactive activities while you're on your trip. And tip number 10, never eat 2 bad meals in a row. If you can follow this rule and be disciplined, it will help you maintain somewhat of a not so unhealthy diet, and it will kind of balance out the good food and the bad food that you're eating, so long as you don't, go crazy with it when you eat a bad meal. And when you do eat a cheat meal, try not to eat complete garbage. Let's use, for example, like, if it's breakfast time and you choose to get bacon, eggs, hash browns, and jelly buttered biscuit, that may not be the healthiest thing that you can eat in the world, but it still kicks the crap out of eating a huge stack of pancakes covered in chocolate chips and a bunch of maple syrup. Opt for options that, even if they're not necessarily healthy, they're also not that bad for you. And bonus tip, have fun. You are on vacation. We don't want you to sit here and stress the entire time that you're on vacation about what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat and how much you should or shouldn't drink. I know it's as important to you as it is to me to maintain our shape and our fitness goals and to not fall too far off the tracks. But the reality of it is you are on vacation, so loosen up a little bit, have some fun, and don't stress the entire time. If this is like the only vacation that you take a year, and for the rest of the year you're pretty strict on your diet, then it's not really that big of a deal if you kind of eat unhealthy and have a few drinks, 3 to 5 days out of the entire year. However, if you are a regular traveler and you're traveling pretty much like every month or every other month, even more often than that, then eating unhealthy, drinking a lot of alcohol, all this stuff is going to catch up to you, and it is without a doubt going to affect your health, and it's going to affect your fitness goals. Do your best to pick the healthier options, but at the end of the day, just remember you are on vacation. Vacation is not a place to stress and to worry and to not have fun. It's a place to relax, enjoy yourself, and take a break from all the things that you have to worry about and stress about in your day-to-day life. So just relax and have some fun and enjoy that one really good cheat meal that you are going to get when you're on vacation, because I know you will, because I probably will too, if guilty is charged. Let's just be honest. So that's my 10 tips. I hope you enjoyed it. And real quick before this video is over, I just want to mention one more time my 10 dream destinations to travel to on a budget. If you want to pick this up, there's a link in the description. You can pick it up completely for free, and I created this free resource so that way you would have access to 10 dream destinations, as well as all the resources you need to start planning your trip and cut back time on looking up websites to try and figure out what to do on your vacation, and to keep more money in your pocket, and to have all of that literally at your fingertips super easily so you can start making memories with your friends and your family ASAP. I want you to be able to have some dream vacations and just have a blast. So that's why I created this, and if you want to pick it up, go grab it in the description. And please drop a like if you like this video. It really helps me out, and if there's anyone that you know that you believe can benefit from this video, then please share it with them. That really helps me out as well. I appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I will see you next time. Peace out.